Just have a little bit of soft music.
Trying to make sure we say it so I didn't run out. Sorry.
I thought it was going to turn it towards themselves.
Sorry.
All the time.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, and citizens of Collinsville. Yearly Planning Commission report, just to go over what we did for the year, as we have to do annually for you. We had 7 commercial properties, renovations, new business in town, do stuff. We had 5 garages, carports installed. We had 27 pools, fences, and sheds, and we had 5 new or additional residential property development. But I really want to stress that the commercial development was $1.2 million, and that's nothing of a big project. That's no high school involved, that's no Schallenbergers and Aaron's building involved. That's just everybody chipping in these small little projects here, here, and here. So it's a lot of commercial development in the city of Collinsville, which is nice to see. And also in the residential improvements, that's $575,000 worth of home improvements in the city of Collinsville. So then again, it's people putting the money back into their buildings, their properties, to make sure they're taking care of them and doing things to make their lives better. Thank you very much for that, and we appreciate that. And they're very excited about the comprehensive plan. We do know that there's going to be some public meetings coming up for the comprehensive plan for folks. Please pay attention to that. We'll have information out for that. When we get that out, we'll have information out for that. Please come to those and talk to us. We'll look forward to moving Collinsville forward. Do you have any questions?
Repeat that?
Sorry. Which part? The whole thing or comprehensive plan part?
I got it.
Comprehensive plan part is that we're doing a new comprehensive plan for the city of Collinsville, as many people are aware of. It's time for the annual, every 10 years or so we have to redo that plan. And part of it's getting public involved, and that's going to be a couple of meetings that will be coming up for that with public involvement. We'll be advertising that as soon as we get the specifics and get that nailed down. So please become involved, be a part of that. It's the future of Collinsville. Do you want to go over the numbers again? Or did I say those too fast? I think you have a copy in your...
You can say that $1 million number again if you want.
Commercial development, yes, there's $1.2 million in commercial development in the city over last year, so that was great. It's no big project to point and say, oh, it's all the money's going to this one big project. It's a bunch of small projects being added up, so it's a real nice thing to see. We're moving forward in the right direction.
And I have to thank the community for taking the survey for the comprehensive plan, because we did have a really nice a response to that, and that's taken me very, very helpful with this planning process. So.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. We are going to have the Rib Fest again this year in Collinsville, which I'm very excited about. And this is a resolution. Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Collinsville to enter into an agreement with Fayette Festivals LLC to hold the annual Rock and Rib Fest from Friday, July 6, 2018 to Sunday, July 8, 2018. Fayette Festivals LLC will pay the City of Collinsville $3,000, plus have responsibilities that will be stated in the contract, which will be a cleanup deposit, which in the last 4 years we haven't had any issue with that. So
Couldn't keep a dime of it. Could not keep a dime of it.
nope,
So,
it was. Terry does a really good job at cleaning up after his event. So I so move. Is there a second?
second.
Yes, we're looking at for a great weekend. They're going to change some things up this year, adjust the times, get some more rib vendors, I think, and just make it a really fun, family-oriented weekend for the city. So I want to thank Terry and Amy and Russ for continuing on this festival here in the city. City Clerk, take the vote.
Councilwoman Suzanne.
Yes.
Councilman Carpio.
Yes.
Councilman Keady.
Yes.
Councilman Topper.
Yes.
Mayor Lincoln.
Yes. Next one I'm excited about, the city to participate in the G14 conference this year. Be resolved by the City Council of the City of Collinsville for the city to participate in the G14 conferences for 2018. I so move. Is there a second?
Second.
This is a really great group thing that the city is a part of. It's amazing how you can just send an email out to 14 different municipalities and ask them about contracts or ask them about anything that we're dealing with, and the responses that we get to see how they're paying or how they handle this or handle that. It's really been a great tool for us to be a part of. So I'm excited for this conference again, and I will just tell council too, if you're able to attend the dinner, it's a really nice dinner, and it's good to meet other leaders in other municipalities too. So, City Clerk, take a vote.
Councilman Keady.
Yes.
Councilwoman Suzanne.
Yes.
Councilman Carpio.
Yes.
Councilman Topper.
Yes.
Mayor Lincoln.
Yes. We're going to appoint our city clerk to the representative to do all the work for the G14 conference.
All those opposed?
We need a resolution for that?
I know,
Sounds
really.
like an order. isn't it? Nobody else is going to.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Connellsville to name Vernon Oler as the City of Connellsville representative for all G14 meetings and have voting power on the city's behalf for business discussed at such meetings. I so move. Is there a second?
Second.
We want to thank you, Vern. You're doing an awesome job. It is. I mean, you take it serious, and it's a big deal for us, and I appreciate all the hard work you do. So, City Clerk, take the vote.
Councilman Topper?
Yes.
Councilman Carpio?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tazan?
Yes.
Councilman Keady?
Yes.
Mayor Lincoln?
Yes. So, what is that?
Well, I have prices here. You know what, they're all the same. So, whatever you just want to go with. If you have questions, you might want to talk to Tom on what's going on.
You want to come up? We're just gonna we have to replace the city's computers and server, so we're gonna let our in-house IT person give his recommendations.
The prices are almost identical. There's probably a difference of about $80, but there's some issues.
500.
Well, but then there's a
certain-
installment, there's a setup fee.
That's on there.
Yeah,
So it is.
yes. I have it with an email back here.
Okay, well, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Connellsville to purchase a new servers and computers. Well, I gotta read this numbers first. How do we, I don't do that yet then. How do we, we got two bids here.
You just have to announce the amounts for the bids.
Ford Business Machines bid on a server and computers, is it four computers? Six computers.
And the server.
And a server is at $10,610.40, and Kissel's and Associates was $10,698.49. And I think the difference on the two, one server is, where's the server at here? Did you say the gigabytes are different on the
These are
servers?
different, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the server from Kissel is a 16 gigabyte RAM as opposed to an 8 gigabytes, so it's going to be a little bit faster with processing power. The individual computers also are Dell. It's an i5 processor. I know that processor. It's a standard middle of the line processor, nothing fancy. I do not know the Ford Business Machine. I don't know what that computer is. They didn't give us any specs on that, so I really can't comment on those specs, what those are. So I don't know for sure. But the Dell that the Kissel is approaching is a average good computer. I mean, we shouldn't have any problems with those at all.
And Kissel Associates is also
Kissel's-
city business.
City business in Connellsville, exactly right. Yes, yep.
Was this the lowest bid thing, or we have a prerogative?
Well, I mean, given the amount, what are the total amounts for those?
10,610.40 and 10,698.49, so it's $58 difference.
Okay, so I mean, in the one, we do know what the specs are for one. We don't really know what the specs are for the other. I mean, it would be between those two, given this set of circumstances. I mean, you could pick either one. It doesn't
Well, I mean,
matter.
if that's the case, then I would definitely support a city-owned business, especially if it's the same amount.
How long's Kissel been selling computers?
He's been working for a while. They work on ours all the time.
Yeah, he's our, that's the person we call when we need help.
Correct. We have problems with the systems right now. He
I was
comes
never
in.
aware that he
Yeah.
he's had a retail outlet.
He's got I don't know if it's a retail, so to speak, but he's got a software
He's an
computer
IT
business that he runs,
IT
yeah.
branch of his business.
Just the difference between the 8 and 16 gigabytes worth of $80, in my opinion.
Or $58.
$58,
Right.
yeah. I mean, that's
You won't be
really
able to-
double the.
He
It's
takes
actually
care of
getting-
the Wesley Health Center and the redevelopment authority as well.
So you have no
Our
issues?
computers.
Well, we have no issues. I mean, he's been since I've been a part of this, I know that's who's helped us with all of
Been helping us for years.
computer
Yep.
stuff, so.
He bailed us out when we had some issues with our other last guy.
So can we just read something to him, or?
Is there a resolution? on
Yes,
there?
just it's
Yeah, you just go ahead and read that and fill in the blanks with whichever bid. If somebody wants to make a motion for it.
the motion, that's what we'll go on it and
Yep.
go from there. Okay. Be resolved by the City Council of the City of Collinsville to purchase a new server and computers from Kissel and Associates at a price of $10,698.49. Money to be taken out of line item 402.374 office equipment. I so move. Is there a second?
Second.
City Clerk, take the vote.
Councilman Keady?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tizan?
Yes.
Councilman Topper?
Yes.
Councilman Karpiak?
Yes.
Mayor Lincoln?
Yes. I just want to, of course, thank Ford Business Machines for getting the whole thing, because we always try to get more than one price for everything we do, so I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to accept the resignation of Alex Knopf. Did I say it right?
Cope.
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 I always say her name. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm gonna say it wrong again. Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Collinsville to accept the resignation of Alexandria Cope
Cope.
as a part-time dispatcher, building monitor for the Collinsville Police Department effective February 25th, 2018. Further authorizing Cope to work on an as-needed basis effective February 25th, 2018. I so move. Is there a second?
Second.
Just want to thank Alex. She works very hard for us as our dispatcher down here for the police department, and she does the weekends. So it's going to be a scramble to fill in to find another individual that we can get in there to take over her role here on the weekends and other times that needed. So thank you, Alex. City Clerk, take the vote.
Councilman Karpiak?
Yes.
Councilman Topper?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tizan?
Yes.
Councilman Keady?
Yes.
Mayor Lincoln?
Yes. All right, so just some quick reminders. The first one is that we in your tax notices that are going to be coming out on March 1st. We have once again this year we have a front and back page, informational page for the residents to please take out, tape it to your refrigerator, put it somewhere handy. It's going to have all the information about building permits, the grass cutting, about swimming pools, because that's all these things that they're hot button topics for our city. And then warmer months, that page is going to have all the information that you need. So please pay your taxes and save your information, this informational sheet, because it's a very big deal that we've been doing this now for the last several years, and it has worked. I think most people do take advantage of it, but there's a lot of wonderful information on there. And then if you don't see something on there, collinsville.us is our official city website. Our bookkeeper, Cassie, she added a link for potholes. You can now click on a link, report a pothole, put the address down or location, hit enter, and it immediately comes into the city, and our Public Works Department gets that so they can have a nice compiled list of where these holes are. You can still call the Public Works Department, 724-628-2020, extension 301, but this link is going to get you a quicker response, because the guys, we only have 5 guys in our department, and they don't sit down at that building all day. They're out working all day. So our recycling days this month, next week, February 27th and 28th, March 13th and 14th, and the 27th and 28th of March. The Collinsville baseball team is having a fundraiser at New Haven House Social Hall on February 24th at 6 p.m. It's a comedy cash bash. It's $20. Our citywide cleanup is going to be April 7th this year. We're hoping that to get a large turnout for the 5th annual cleanup. I want to thank Aaron Zolbrod and Mary Beth Salentino. And Teach, the nonprofit group Teach, is going to be the sponsor of the cleanup this year for organizing this. But we are hopeful that people will come, get your companies, employees together, school groups, anything. We want to have as many kids as possible to be a part of this cleanup. We're going to do, after this flooding we just had, we have a lot of cleanup to do. So you can go onto the Cleanup Collinsville page on Facebook. You can submit an idea for the design for this year's shirt, because every volunteer that signs up gets a volunteer shirt. They're really nice to have. And Cellurel, the Garden Center, Cellurel's Garden Center in Maryland's on Main is one of the major sponsors of the t-shirts this year. I want to thank them for their sponsor. And it's a fun day. We're going to be down all over the city cleaning up. It's a great way to community spirit, to get the city ready for the summer and all the fun that we're going to be having. March 21st, as Tom was saying, is going to be our first public meeting at Murphy Hall from 4 to 7, and is to talk about our comprehensive plan for the city. We're hoping that the community comes out. If you want to help guide the city the way that you feel that the city should go in the next 10 years, come to the meeting, voice your opinion. Be a part of it. High School Musical this year is Phantom of the Opera. It's on March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at 7 p.m. and March 4th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $10 to $12. You can go to the CAHS Musical Facebook page for further information. No, I know they just had a preview last night. I don't know if anybody went. Did anybody go? No? Okay. I heard it was really good. New Haven Hose has their annual, monthly hoagie sale on March 3rd. Connery Catholic School kids are having their musical, The Little Mermaid, at the Porter Theater at the Community Center on March 10th at 7:30 and 11th at 2 p.m. For information, you can visit the Porter Theater's website or Facebook page. They do ask that if you do attend, it's a free showing. You just have to bring some canned goods that they donate to the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry. Another fun event that happens in March is the Soup Walk. It's on March 10th from 11 to 2 p.m. It's $10 a person, and you can get more information at fayettetrust.org. It is fun, definitely worth. Hopefully, you have a nice day. You can walk around town and try all the different soups and all the different businesses. I know the Kickstand Kitchen plans on having a soup this year that kind of like a little bit kickoff for their business here in the city. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be making. Daylight savings, yes, March 11th. Get our spirit back. The Elk River Trail Council has their first 5K, the 5K 10K race on March 31st. For more information, you can visit the regionaltrailcorp.com. Anything else?
Next Thursday from 10 to 1 at the Connellsville Senior Center, Representative Warner staff will be there to help people fill out their property tax and rent rebates. So if you know anyone that needs help doing that, you can send them down. That way you don't need an appointment. They'll be there from 10 to 1.
And another thing we've been trying to do every year is to get groups, anyone that you're having an event in the city of Connellsville, in the community, to reach out to Shelley. We have a master calendar on our city website, connellsville.us. We can put your dates up on the calendar, so if you're looking, you can come look at the calendar. If you're planning an event, you can see what's going on those days that you're kind of considering, and maybe change it, or you try to have it, because we only have so many Saturdays and Sundays during the summer, but it's just nice if we could get people to submit their dates now. It would definitely be helpful. Yes, and thank you, City Clerk. Another big thing, we're excited, finally, after 17 months, we finally have our flood mitigation money has come in. It is into the city's account. Our city clerk has made contact with all of our hazard mitigation families here in the city, letting them know that Watson and Mundorf will be contacting them very soon, hopefully next week, to schedule the closings. We're hoping that around March 2nd, we're going to start doing all the demolitions down in the Dutch Bottom area, and we're very, very happy about that. It's been a long 17 months, and we're going to be very excited when these hazard mitigation families can finally get their money for their homes and finally put a little bit of closure and get on with the rest of their life. But I will say that this past weekend was a very, very, very telling thing of why Pima has a hazard mitigation program, because it was deja vu all again down there with all of our council down at York Bridge, hanging out, watching the flood rage through there and start to flood down Connell Avenue. That's why we have it, hazard mitigation, is to get people and structures out of a floodplain. That's how important that program was. We do wish that everyone would have took the hazard mitigation, because Thursday night we wouldn't have had any worries about anybody flooding or getting hurt or anything like that. We would just waited for it to end and cleaned up what was left for behind. But unfortunately, we still have residents down there that we have to make sure that they're safe. So, which I will say that Chief Topper and our assistant chief here, Jeff Layton, once again, did an awesome job. We have a lot of experience under our belts now since the first flood, and they took the reins down there and immediately sprung into safety mode and made sure all the residents down there were, gave an opportunity to evacuate. And most of them did, which I was very happy about that. We got the senior center open, and we did have one thing after another. Boom, 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 boom. They recommended we do the state of emergency. We did that. We were on it that night, and then, it didn't end Thursday night. Friday, we had a heck of a day. Our New Haven Hose firemen, they were pumping basements all weekend long. And just want to thank them. Our Councilman Topper here, he's also a fireman at New Haven. And I don't think he went home on Thursday night till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. These guys were coming in down to Dutch Bottom, going back and resting at the command center at the fire hall. It was really something. I tell you, I'm always amazed when I'm around these guys, because it's just like they're on an adrenaline rush and they are there. Doesn't matter. And we had all ages there. We had all ages of firemen there that night. So it wasn't just the young guys down there doing all the work. It was all the firemen, a part of that department. They showed up to assist the city, and I just thank them over and over and over and over for everything that you guys do, because it'd be easy just to say, hey, I'm not coming out in this, I'm not getting paid, but they do it for the community. And when it just Assistant Chief Layton gave me a whole list of people that donated food over the weekend. I'm just thankful to them. Thursday night, Amy Price and Misty Halfine and Rita Robbins, they came out getting coffee and cookies and donuts down to the York Bridge down there, and brought it to the New Haven Hoses Social Hall. John Sullyrail